Man, I love the 80s.
You born in what, 81?
80. Okay, Chris, if you can name this.
Go.
Here, go.
Man, are you into like Cicada?
John Cicada.
I think it's Cicada.
I don't wanna miss every time I wanna take a piss. I want you to do it on me, on me.
Wow. Oh, wow.
I don't wanna miss. 'Cause we're never gonna survive.
Okay, name this track.
Seal.
Crazy.
Remember Alanis' version of this?
Yes. So I think something's happening right now.
Oh, Todd, this is you, man.
So we're on.
We're on?
Ah! Noah!
That's
We're all like vegging out on YouTube.
So people are telling me that it's coming in choppy, but
It's coming in choppy.
it's coming
We're
in
coming in
choppy.
choppy.
Who's fucking playing Chris Isaac?
I am.
Hey, shut that shit off. God damn it. Oh, we're live.
Oh, nice, nice. Chris Isaac. How does it look, Chris? Do we look all right, or what's the deal?
I don't know. I guess so.
Yeah,
All
that's
right,
great.
Let's see here. Let's hear. Oh, it says keeps loading. Let's see what's gonna happen here.
It's gonna
Keeping people up. That's what we want.
Sorry.
keeping people awake since 1997.
Oh, nice.
Oh my God, they recorded our Jamie segment.
No,
I hope not.
is this live?
Are we live or what?
I don't know.
That was like 10 minutes ago.
All right, everybody, get off Wi-Fi right now.
Off the Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Gus, off your Wi-Fi,
Quit in.
asshole.
I'm done. Phone, logging off.
I think probably that's it. Who's Big Cat? Is that whose fucking network is that?
Big gut.
Hey, good. Big Cat, come on, please.
All right, let's see what's the deal here.
What's the deal?
We're super pro, everyone. Super pro.
This is the most professional podcast known to man.
Super fresh.
It's so good.
Super profesh.
All right.
Screw you, Joe Rogan.
Oh my God.
Did I just say that?
Yes.
Is he gonna fly through that window? Like MMA me right here.
MMA.
Would you need to get in your car tonight after this podcast?
He's got me in a Kimura.
No, in a Kimura.
Kimura.
Joe Rogan is in the back seat, like just like yo, why the fuck
Smoking
did
a
you say
joint
that? And with a crossbow.
with Graham Hancock.
Is this still not working?
See, it was live and now it's not.
Man, I just said that 2 seconds ago.
You did. So
This is totally live.
Oh, good. That went live.
Hey, it seems like we're live.
All right, so oddly specific. It seems a bit choppy, guys. Sorry, you'll hear the audio. It sounds like, but we got stuff to
At
figure
least
out
you
for
won't
the
have to see
video.
our faces.
Yes, exactly.
You'll not
exactly.
see our faces this evening, of course.
Yes. So I'm gonna turn this off. Hopefully we are.
Shut off all your iPhone. Get off the Wi-Fi.
Okay, Wi-Fi.
Get off the fucking Wi-Fi.
You guys are overloading it. 50 people on phones and shit. So.
Man,
I got off my
I'm
Wi-Fi. I'm on the LTE. now.
I'm completely. It's like
Get off the Get your phone off Wi-Fi.
it's like
All right.
1990 here. We're
So
not
we're
Nobody's
gonna be
watching
back in
Netflix.
2 seconds for real, and then there.
Welcome to Oddly Specific, June 3rd, 2018, Volume 21. To my left, I have Jacob Gus Fergus. To my right, I have Todd Matzenega.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to the podcast, Oddly Specific. Booyah. Anyway,
I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna have to liven this up a little bit, man. I have to admit, you called me Gandalf earlier because I'm a bit mad at technology right now.
Yeah, fuck it. Shut it down. Let's concentrate on this.
we're trying. Been trying to go live
Okay,
with this
start it over.
goddamn
Start it over.
YouTube.
Yes.
Let's do this intro one more time. Chris.
Yeah.
What? Now we're doing it
three.
again.
1,
Yeah.
2, 3.
Welcome to Oddly Specific.
Yeah.
2018,
Oh,
Volume
yeah.
21. To
Oh,
my
yeah.
left, Gus Fergus. To
What's
my right,
up?
Todd Matzenega.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Oh, yeah. Get ready to take your knickers off and put your socks on backwards. Ah, ha, ha. All right.
Wow.
Let's go.
So this is the fifth attempt that we made at doing this.
15.
It's still not fucking working.
But
Can't
maybe it
stop
is.
now.
I know. We should just keep going.
Maybe
keep
it's
going.
your
Yeah.
Mac.
I'm just gonna check this and see if
check.
something is happening.
Probably not, because
you think?
technology is not our friend this evening.
Are you on Wi-Fi or are you just using the...
Guy, go on your Wi-Fi, please.
I don't know.
You ever notice how, like,
I mean, I see Emran here. He's saying
Everyone's hanging around.
awesome, stupid Barhaven internet, and there's like 50 live links now.
Oh, nice.
my
We got
God.
50
oh
listeners.
my godness.
We are
Streamed 10
breaking
minutes
the
ago.
internet.
Here we
Oh,
go.
my
One
Christ.
watching.
Breaking the
Oh
internet.
my Christ. Oh my. Are we live?
50.
Oh, so I guess we are live.
Oh my God.
So what you just heard there was us streaming us to us.
Yeah.
I'm watching the video though, and it looks like we're like on Saturn.
Yeah. So let's just keep going. This is recording, guys. If you want to watch this at a later time, we're gonna put it up and delete all these streaming attempts from.
Listen, let's be real.
Yeah.
We're in a basement in Barhaven
Yeah.
with maybe about
With
$1,000
our garage door open just slightly a crack.
Possibly also.
We're amateurs.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Whose
Oh,
fucking
stuff's
phone's
coming
buzzed?
in here. Brian says he's watching. Okay, so we're just gonna keep going.
Yeah.
So, Chris, on the first attempt that we made,
Yeah.
you were mentioning the provincial election.
Yeah, because it's the biggest fucking joke in the world. Gus and I were discussing this. I watched the provincial debate between Douglas Ford, Andrea Horvath,
Dougie.
and Kathleen Wynne, and I must say, Kathleen Wynne was the most pronounced and articulate and knowledgeable out of all three of them.
As you would be being the premier for the last quarter
But
century.
she's like a she at least showed up and did her homework. You know what I mean?
And
Like,
then conceded the election.
I know that was weird. But Doug Ford was sort of
High as
hilarious.
fuck.
He was high as fuck.
No.
Probably.
Come on,
That
let
guy,
it go.
the guy, I've said this, I'll say it again. The guy looks like Dino Bravo from the World Wrestling Federation. of the
You know
80s.
what? I tried to do we had a transition going to a photo of Dino Bravo, but I'm scared it'll crash the entire
Don't
thing.
crash it.
So-
Just Google Dino Bravo
Google
right
Dino
now.
Bravo right
Yeah.
now.
With his fleur-de-lis friggin' cuffs on, and it's Doug Ford.
or Ric Flair. He looks like nobody has blonde hair to that degree. Have you seen anybody with blonde hair like that? Like
I've noticed a theme here: blonde hair, sweaty as fuck, and red.
Red.
Yeah.
Red.
But his
Totally
hair
red.
is so blonde that it looks like he bleaches it.
I think he does.
Yeah.
The best part about it is you ever seen that cover for that Warrant record? Dirty, Rotten, Filthy, Stinking Rich?
No.
Warrant.
it's
Sorry,
this-
missed that one.
It's this guy, like this big fat hog man with dollars sticking out of his ears and shit like that. Anyway, the best part of Doug Ford in that provincial debate was him going like, friends, Kathleen Wynne is a kaiju, and she came from the depths of the Pacific, and she's here to ruin the province, as a kaiju would do, going through the city.
Is that a direct quote? Yeah. That's
No, I just made it up. But that's pretty well what he was saying.
shit, I thought he said
Kathleen
that.
Wynne is a demon. Andrea Horvath is the devil incarnate. The only
Yeah.
person who can save things. The economy will be so on fire under us that you're going to have 4 jobs. You're going to be making so much money. No one's paying taxes. We're going to get into the hospitals. We're going to make everybody a doctor, lots of doctors, and a buck of beer.
Buck of beer.
Yeah. It was like this. It's the stupidest.
Go Jays.
And he's going to be the premier. And I just don't understand how the PCs...
Oh, so you think he's going to be the premier?
Statistically speaking,
Man, he's tied with the NDP.
No.
He is
The Globe and Mail
statistically
and the
tied.
National Post gave him a 79 and 82% likelihood of becoming premier.
Really?
Yes.
What'd they give Andrea Horvath?
Not
Not
he's gonna cut-
80%?
Not 80%.
Huh.
It's like 28%. The Liberals have like 7%.
Yeah, it's all about the follow through in election day.
What do you guys think about electing General Zod for
I
premier?
saw those signs.
Yeah,
Yes.
let's talk about that for a second.
Okay, so
Can you imagine if General Zod was actually running?
there's a dude that made some
Give me the codex.
General
Give me
Zod.
the codex. That was the best part of Michael Shannon's performance in Man of Steel.
Yeah. Well, I guess there was the Terrence Stamp photo on the signs.
Oh, the original.
Yes, the original General Zod. And so they
understand.
made some lovely election signs with General Zod on them.
Fair
and,
enough.
What does it say? Still better than the other guy or something? Or
No, less evil than the next guy.
oh, less evil than the next guy. So
Which is probably
That's a
true.
bit of a over exaggeration, don't you think?
Man, considering what you just summarized for us, I think it's dead on.
Doug Ford didn't call Kathleen Wynne a kaiju, but he could have. I mean, that would have been a good one.
She is a giant lizard
She's a,
that has climbed out of
Friends.
Lake Ontario
oh man,
to seek her revenge.
and then Steve Paikin. Steve Paikin? He's the best too. Mr. Ford, what are we going to do about hallway health? Steve, thanks for that question. Friends, I'm going to not answer that question that was just posed to me, but instead I'm going to talk about lots of platitudes that we can all get behind, like buck a beer and no taxes, and how $14 an hour is a crock, and we can't afford it. We have so much debt. Kathleen Wynne's a kaiju.
It's over. It's over.
Kathleen Wynne is a kaiju.
Okay, thanks very much, Doug.
Yeah, he doesn't answer any questions.
Okay.
Doug, Mr. Ford, what is your middle name? Steve, thanks for that question. Kathleen Wynne is a kaiju, and no taxes, and the province is a mess. I'm the only one who can solve the problem.
Okay.
wow.
You obviously think we're all blithering idiots, Dougie.
What else happened this week? Oh, I know, lots.
Yeah.
Well, you brought something up earlier about Roseanne.
Oh yes.
Yeah, Roseanne's show that was a huge runaway revived success was canceled summarily by ABC because she tweeted something blatantly racist about Valerie Jarrett, who was a former Obama aide. So no more Roseanne. And then she went on Twitter and she was like, I'm on Ambien. I'm crazy. I'm mentally ill. I've been ill for a long time. If anybody remember when Roseanne dressed up as Adolf Hitler?
No.
No.
Yeah, dude, she's got like a fucking history.
What, next to Prince Harry?
You remember when you pointed that out?
Well, yeah.
Remember you pointed that out to me in the podcast?
And you didn't believe it. You're
I was like,
"No."
he didn't do it.
There's no way.
No, he's a Nazi there. Okay, whoops.
Ooh, missed that
Okay, he must have not meant it. Nope. Who knows?
So I guess
She got fired.
No, I took to Twitter after that just to see what everyone's reactions and everything were,
Right.
and it was the overwhelming response that I saw was get rid of Roseanne and continue on with John Goodman, Lori Metcalf, et cetera,
And
et
what,
cetera.
pretend she died like
Yeah,
Valerie?
John Goodman was the greatest thing to come out of that show. Think about what he's done.
Man, no, he wasn't. DJ was the greatest thing to come out of Roseanne. DJ
No,
was...
physically out of Roseanne, or
No.
Okay.
DJ and the guy who played Ben Seaver on Growing Pains
Ben
got together
Seaver, yeah.
and started their own show called Fuck Ups.
No, but come on, John Goodman. John Goodman's a great actor.
No, John Goodman's a great actor.
Sure, he is.
Man, John Goodman is Walter in The Big Lebowski.
Yes,
Is he Walter?
he's
No, he's who? Walter.
to IMDb. That'll probably crash our stream.
No, I'm an LTE.
Oh, you are okay.
Yeah. Well, anyway, he was fucking. I think he was. I'm pretty sure he was Walter.
Never seen it.
Dude, you're beyond your depth. Or what would you...
Oh, the dude.
No, the dude was Jeff.
Oh, yeah,
Lebowski,
yeah.
Jeff Bridges.
Did he play Jimmy Hoffa?
No, that
In
was
Hoffa?
No, that was Jack Nicholson.
No.
Yeah, what
Okay,
the
it was.
fuck,
Yeah.
man?
Jeez, I'm out. Sorry, man.
No, it was Whoopi Goldberg. What the?
I thought it was Whoopi. Fuck, it was
Really?
It's the dreads that threw me off, man. Did Jimmy Hoffa have dreads?
Oh man.
Oh my God, that's crazy. So anyway, Roseanne got fired, and also Samantha Bee got on a little bit of shit because she called Ivanka Trump a feckless c-word.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's kind of
And then Auto Trader pulled her ass.
Did she use all caps though?
all? I don't know. Good question.
No.
But was that on the show? Was that on her show or
It was
what?
on her show. Yeah.
Okay. So
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I think that like with Roseanne, did you guys watch it at all?
No.
The show?
Yeah.
I
No.
watched a couple, but man,
I watched it
it's-
back in the
it's
day.
really bad.
Like the new one?
No.
It's
I
just
watched
her
the old one.
screaming.
Yeah.
What? Did you watch them?
Dan!
Oh my God.
Dan!
Man, that really hurts. Stop that.
Gus, you just killed a bunch of German
That's what it
shepherds.
sounds like, man. That's
You
what it
just
sounded
killed
like.
a bunch of Roman mastiffs like
I'm
50
sorry.
kilometers away.
Wow.
There's actually dogs barking outside.
So listen, do you guys want to hear fucking Chris's personal story?
Oh god,
Let's hear it.
Okay, so
it's the most dreaded segment we have.
I was talking about this with my kids the other day because they were with me when this happened. But I drive my kids to school every day, and one day back it was in October. It was a really windy day, and we take this path down Queen Elizabeth and through the Glebe because there was some construction and stuff. And I saw this lady on, I think it was 4th Avenue, or what's that street? Oh, O'Connor and 4th Avenue,
Okay.
which is this cross street near the canal. And this lady had the most, it was like this little old lady. She had the most enormous Great Dane I have ever seen in my life. And it was
They're massive.
Marmaduke?
this dog was like probably 350 pounds. It was humongous. It was taller than her. And this dog was hunched over, taking the biggest shit.
No, oh god.
The biggest shit I have ever fucking seen. I
It's
was
like
kind
human
of
shit,
stuck
eh?
in traffic. We were kind of just puttering along. I saw the whole thing. Big, huge shit, right? And it was so windy that each like chain of shit that came out of this dog's ass was blowing in the wind. And it was blowing. I'm not shitting you, no pun intended. It was blowing into a gaggle of kids at a fucking bus stop.
No.
Yes, at a fucking bus stop, at an OC Transport bus stop, like a bunch of teenagers and like kids and people. These pieces of shit were like flying into people. The lady was completely oblivious. The dog was like taking this epic shit, like that 5-minute shit was like not stopping, like brum brum brum. It was like, like Tootsie Rolls like coming off the factory line.
Oh
like,
yeah.
It was, and they weren't even hitting the ground. Like the pieces of shit were not even hitting the ground. They were just getting whooped up. It was like, just imagine, when you like throw like a ping pong ball into an Airstream or something?
Yes.
Yeah. So it was like that. They were just getting whisked away, fucking launched into people's faces, like
Faces.
briefcases, backpacks.
Oh.
Like one guy got hit in the iPhone, like in the ear, like just, and the lady, and people were freaking out. This gaggle of people like, what the fuck? Like freaking out.
But were there people that were unaware that this was happening? Like,
Yeah, the lady with the dog was completely unaware. She was just like standing there. And then there's people across the street looking at this going like, holy shit, like this is crazy. And we're sitting in traffic. All these people are sitting in traffic. I had to like roll my window down because I just wanted to hear what was being said, right? And people were like, what the fuck, lady? What the fuck, lady? And the dog, like this all went down in 15 seconds and the dog was still shitting. The dog was still like pooing.
Oh.
And there was more, and then like
Currents.
you know when dogs like just like there's that last like, and it's just like not a fully formed log that's just like, and that went up in the air like a little escargot, just like flew off
In the
and hit,
air.
yeah, and then it hit the bus stop, like the actual bus
And
stop,
stuck to the window.
yeah, it just like splatted. But anyway,
Oh, Jesus.
it was just like a machine gun of turds, like Great Dane turds, got thrown into this crowd of people waiting for a fucking OC Transpo.
So I got to interrupt you
crazy.
here. It's amazing that you brought this up because
Why?
just yesterday there was a story that the FAA or whoever is responsible for air traffic is looking into because this guy reported
Oh, yeah, his
Right.
car.
he was like, I was just covered in poo. I
Like
was
it
just
fell
covered in
out of
poo."
a plane?
Yes.
Yeah.
And hit him in his car.
Where?
And the quote for the article was, I was just covered in poo.
Yes,
Wow.
you were.
Yeah, I'll look it up. I'll look it up.
That's kind of like my first Chris's personal story, but that guy.
Yes, there seems to be a lot of poo.
What would you
going
do?
on.
What would you do, Gus, if you were just driving in your Chevy Cruze and then just like
your car just got hit with like frozen shit.
Frozen shit.
Well, yeah, because it's falling from a plane, right?
Oh man,
Devastating.
I would think of your friend there. What was his name? Kevin.
Oh, you just gave away his name.
No,
Kevin.
you gave away his
No,
name.
Did
you
I-
told his name.
Didn't I say his name was Jack to change his name?
No.
I'm pretty sure I did. You
No,
guys
he
know
said,
his-
I'm not going to give his name.
Yep, his
So
name was
Kevin.
Kevin.
Yes.
Kevin.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, that was my personal
So you did
story.
nothing again. You just witnessed this, didn't tell the person that was.
No, my kids and I were like just looking at this whole fucking thing happen. They actually claimed not
Oh,
to
sorry, it
see
wasn't FAA. It was Transport Canada investigating feces falling from the sky. Quote, I'm covered in poo.
Ew,
Wow.
Look, there's a
gross.
shot of the guy's car.
that's gross.
Hmm.
I went out on Friday night, Todd. I meant to tell you this, but Friday night I went out for a friend's bachelor get together,
Yep.
and I happened to start talking to Ross from a band back in the day called Clothes Make the Man. He was there. Remember Clothes Make the Man?
Yes.
They were primarily out of Toronto, but they were a great band back in the 2000s, mid 2000s. And anyway, we were talking about lots of different things about the music scene back in the day and stuff like that. But it just made me think a little bit about like being in bands back in the day.
Oh my God.
And yeah, I don't know,
It
man.
was a pretty great time to be involved.
It was
In
very
bands?
different.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Oh yeah.
I know.
In music in general, and especially in Ottawa.
Yeah.
So
We kind of revived the scene because there wasn't really much of a scene.
one of the crazier things I think was we played a show at a club called Lee's Palace, and we showed up. It was the day before Halloween or Halloween.
Something like that.
Anyway, the band that we opened for, they put a bunch of jack-o'-lanterns out. Anyway, they had no staff for the door, so we all traded turns being the door guy.
right.
And
Except me.
except you, yes. I think we were all underage at that point.
Not me.
No, not you guys.
No? Okay.
I was like 30 years old.
No, I think I was 18. Anyway, but the thing that I also remember, and if there are any other bands listening to this, I seem to remember that the lady that was doing the sound was known for being extremely, what's a diplomatic word to
Curt?
say? Curt. And
Oh yeah, at Barrymore's?
no, at Lee's Palace.
At least
Oh,
she
Lee's Palace,
destroyed
yeah.
you,
yeah,
Chris.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
she was a biatch. She was the worst.
I remember.
She was so mean.
I remember you were. So Chris has this thing. He when he's doing his sound check, right? He
I used to have
Yeah, well,
this thing.
we called him Jungle Beats.
yeah because they'd be like, "All right, can I hear the snare, please?" And you'd be like, "Oh, snare!" Every piece of the kit.
Simple.
Yeah. So I think what she said to you was like, "Okay, this is a what did she say? It's a club, not a rehearsal hall, or something."
I actually think that she said, "This isn't a fucking rehearsal hall."
yeah. That something along those
Well,
lines.
that lady can go fuck herself.
I think the other thing that she said was, I know every piece of equipment in this place. When you guys leave, if anything's gone, you're fully responsible.
We're gonna bill you for it.
yeah, we're going to bill you for it.
Yeah.
So I think, Gus, you took a couple of patch cords out
Just
of
to
there.
test her.
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
you
to
did.
test her, I took like
2 patch cords.
2 and an XLR cable.
Yeah. So,
And
You're
we
a
never
real
got
dick.
billed for it, so fuck you.
but also there was,
Gus, you're an asshole.
yeah.
Oh, that's horrible. I know.
What I remember the most out of that, though, was walking into the band room and we had stickers. And we're like, where do we put our sticker up? Because it was like Nirvana,
Red Hot Chili
Red Hot
Peppers.
Chili Peppers,
Yeah. Oh
my
Radiohead. They'd all sign the walls or
On
put a
and on.
sticker up or something. And we were like, well, we can't really cover anyone up. Let's put our,
So,
was
so
ridiculous.
I just want to point out, I just had this like flash go on in my brain,
Yeah.
moment of maturity and, hindsight. And, I was such an asshole.
You were a delinquent.
We pushed her to the point of her saying, this isn't a fucking rehearsal hall. And then we talk about it 20 years later. Like, we
Yeah.
still know what we're talking about. And meanwhile, we never put 2 and 2 together that, like, maybe she did sound for the likes of Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah.
Maybe she did sound for Nirvana and
Yeah.
fucking Radiohead.
And then we
But
walk
no,
in there?
We're fucking rockers.
We're rockers.
We're from Ottawa, biatch.
Gus, you were a total maniac delinquent.
I have a picture of us. If you go, no, not Instagram. If you go to my Facebook page, you can see a picture of us in that band room. Remember?
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah. That.
Remember you made me park the van because the alleyway was so narrow? Do you remember that?
I don't remember that, man. It was like
And me and Todd
29 years ago.
We had a case of beer. I'll never forget this. We had a case of beer in the
case
back.
of beer broke.
And it smashed, and the laneway was on an incline like that back into the club. So when we parked the van and opened up the fucking doors, it was like
Beer.
a flood of beer came
Like a
out.
tsunami of beer.
Tsunami of beer, yeah.
And it smelled like beer, that whole truck.
And then we had to return wasn't it from Rent a Wreck?
Rent a wreck. Yeah. And the Chris was driving the whole time, and he's like, "Holy fuck! I didn't get the insurance. I didn't get the insurance."
Oh, wow.
It's so true.
It's so true.
Because you were a delinquent.
Gus, are you smoking back there? Sure am, Chris.
Yeah, you were always doing fucking crazy shit.
Are
Gus,
you burning the seats?
Gus,
Yep.
what are you doing? Not much. Just going through all my stolen equipment.
Oh, man.
Going through my stolen inventory of shit. Where
No,
do you...
truth be told, I did not steal anything from that club.
No, but you have stolen
I
things
thought
in
you
the past.
did.
No, I didn't.
You stole a plane in 1998.
Yes, I did.
I've got
A small Cessna.
I've got another story here that was a little bit troubling.
About me?
No, Chris was not in the band at this point.
Oh.
Oh, this was after or before me?
Yeah, so we did a little program called Music Works.
Oh, yeah.
And Gus, do you remember? I wanted to kill you on that
I
day.
know. Somebody should have killed me.
So all I remember is walking out of the studio and the producer saying, "You need to get your friend in here right now." And I was like, "Okay," so I'll go grab him.
And I was asleep on the couch, right?
You were asleep on the couch. So I walk out and I'm like, "Hey, Gus, like we have to go be on TV right now." And you're like, "Get away from me." Like, all your teenage angst came out on me. And I was like, "I'm going to walk away right now or I'm going to break you in half."
Yeah, you were gonna.
You're
take
about
all
ready to
your-
go on TV and you're like sleeping?
Yeah, I was. I was asleep because it was a long setup. It was a long interview process.
Yeah, it was a long
And then
shoot.
so finally we got out there, and she was like, she was asking us crazy stuff, man. Like,
Yeah.
where would you be without the band? Did you have a drug problem? And this.
Do you
and
want to
that?
did you want to kill yourself before this or?
That's like the biggest feeding of questions ever.
It is. And the thing is she'd like stare at you and keep pushing until I was like, maybe I did. I don't know. What? Help.
So you mean to tell me CBC Music Works?
Yeah.
We should fucking call this out. They were like feeding you guys questions and wanted you guys to be like teen angst, suicidal
Super
band
teen
guys.
Man, that's totally what it
Super
was.
teenage.
Yeah.
I think that was the angle of that.
Man, Dr. Phil was actually just waiting right off camera to jump in.
Come
there.
on, boys.
Hey, guys,
Anyway,
why want to kill yourself?
Friends.
The best part of this story, though, is I remember we had our setup and we did our set, and then these interviews came on, and the engineer in the booth, the producer couldn't hear him, so we had headsets on like this. So we're doing our interviews, and the engineer in the booth could not, or the producer couldn't hear him speaking. I won't mention any names because I'm sure she's still in television, and.
Yes.
He was saying the rudest stuff to us while she was interviewing
I remember
us.
this.
Oh my God, the stuff that was coming out of his mouth. Like, oh my God, look at her, man. She's so ugly. And she's interviewing, like, she's asking us questions. Hey guys, did you notice that she's got pump fat coming out of her shoes right now? Like,
What? Pump
So-
fat?
yeah, man. I was like,
Pump fat.
like, you know, when there's like a roll of ankle fat that comes out of the shoe?
Yeah.
No?
Oh, yeah, I guess.
You never
So
seen that?
we're trying to conduct like a professional CBC interview, and the guy in the booth is like, "Just look at her. How devastating is she?" Like, man, it was the worst. I'm sitting there.
That's crazy.
She's asking all these questions like,
We're trying to conduct a professional interview, as Todd just quoted, but he's peeling me off the couch.
yeah, exactly.
Man, I would have murdered you too. That's.
Oh man, I wanted
Did
to
you
kill
get
you.
up? Did you play?
Oh yeah.
He did, but he was
Yeah.
like the biggest asshole.
Played
on
the
earth.
best show of
Like,
my life, man.
No, that
It was just like immediate TV phase. Let's do this.
Hey! Until she was like, "Did you want to kill yourself?"
Actually, I did. I'm high right now.
Oh
It's horrible.
man!
Oh
Wow.
man, I would totally fuck with somebody if they were trying to do that to me.
Yeah.
I was taking so many drugs. A mountain of coke a morning, washed down with like a liter of meth.
Wash
liter of
A liter
down.
of meth.
Oh wow.
What else happened this week? Roseanne got fired.
Benedict Cumberbatch broke up a mugging. You see
I
that?
heard about that. Yeah.
wow.
Doctor Strange.
So he was in a car and he noticed a mugging.
This was
going
in
on.
London?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he noticed a mugging going on. So I guess he had the car
I
stop
noticed a muggin.
and he jumped out and there was this guy, I think his name was Manuel Diaz, and he worked for this company called Deliveroo. Like he was a deliverer for Deliveroo. And anyway, so
Australian
the two of them fought off the muggers, man. But
Whoa.
the funniest thing about this is, you know how he plays Sherlock on the show Sherlock.
Yes.
This was like
He's very good at it too.
it was right around the corner from Baker Street, you know, where Sherlock's house was supposed to be. So they're like, yeah,
Wow. You think it was set up?
no,
No. Okay.
But that is yeah, no.
So something else that happened this week.
yeah.
What?
Trump is like dropping the trade barriers, man. Shit.
You mean he started a trade war?
Yeah, pretty much.
Steel and aluminum.
Well, he didn't start a trade war. He
First off-
imposed tariffs.
Is it aluminum or aluminium?
Aluminum, steel, and a whole
Aluminium.
no, it's aluminum.
Some
I don't know why. Like,
all Skittles manufactured in Canada.
59% premium.
59%.
Actually, you know what? They could-
Skittles.
Yeah,
Swedish
Smarties.
berries.
Did you know the Smarties is only a Canadian thing?
Yeah, I knew that.
I
Oh,
didn't
you
know
knew that.
They have
Yeah.
M&Ms over there?
Probably. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
But
Sorry,
Smarties,
continue.
no, they
That was a awful Donald Trump impression I just did. 50% tariff. I can't.
It's your Doug Ford.
Friends.
You just can't get out of Dougie.
You know, what was I going to
It's the
say?
same thing.
They okay. Can I say something about fuck Donald Trump? I don't want to talk about Donald Trump though. Fuck that guy.
Man, trade sanctions. What?
I don't care. Fuck
Okay.
whatever.
You're super down about it now, eh?
God, I like.
It's
over
I'm gonna
there.
have
it's
one
too
morning where I
easy. It's
don't
too
wake
fucking
up
Too
like
easy, yeah.
hearing about some stupid bullshit, political bullshit.
Yeah, it's
Which is why I've been watching Hardcore Pawn 24/7.
Oh,
This is a great show. It's so staged, but if anybody knows
is-
about Hardcore Pawn, if you know about Hardcore Pawn and you're watching the live podcast right now, I'm encouraging you to leave some comments on the feed because this show is the best show. You just were watching.
it's a
when we were-
great show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
What
You know,
if-
you got to be in the right mood, though.
I'm always in the mood for Hardcore Pawn. Let me tell you about it, okay? For anybody that doesn't know what Hardcore Pawn is, it's on True TV. I don't even know that channel. Okay? But
Great.
it's some channel called
Nice
True
plug.
TV. It's about this family, the Gold family.
The gold.
Les, Seth, and Ashley Gold. Les has owned American Loan and Jewelry for like fucking 30 years. It's this place in Detroit.
This
It's
is in
an
Detroit, yeah.
Yeah, it's an old bowling alley. And it's like this mega pawn shop. And he deals on a lot of shit. Like, it's
Is
fucking crazy.
this kind of predatory in a way?
I don't know. I've never pawned anything, but
I haven't either.
you know.
Todd,
no.
pawned anything?
I think I've never pawned anything. I think my mom had at some point like a 50 billion VHS tapes. So, but that's about
Some
all I know.
Swarovski crystal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all I know.
Someone's got an interesting.
No, I
copy
know
of
Jamie's
Braveheart.
pawned a lot of things.
Jamie?
Jamie's pawned a lot of things.
So is it predatory?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're dealing with some desperate people in desperate situations.
So do they throw like a massive lowball at you? You're like, hey,
Yeah.
I've got this crystal. It's worth $8 million.
Oh yeah, I remember Jamie had like a Wii system. Okay, when Wii came out.
Yeah.
You know, were they
We're talking about our friend Jamie,
$400
who had a Wii system.
$400 something for a
Yeah,
Wii.
yeah.
Yeah, so he had it for I think 6 months, and pawned it, and I think they gave him $50.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they always lowball.
So massive lowball. Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, what are you doing? Like you're
on this show,
you could have sold it in Kijiji for like.
So
Yeah, I know.
that's the I guess that would be why it's predatory.
Well,
right?
the reason I said predatory is because of fucking the situation in Detroit, man. It's so desperate.
Yeah, but let me explain to you. On this show, the best part about it is when people come in, like that's exactly what they do. Like first of all, they come in with the most outrageous things. Like, hey, I have this alien suit from the movie Alien.
No, you don't.
How much do you think this is worth?
No, you don't.
I don't know. Who am I gonna sell this to? That's always the line. I don't know. I mean,
What's the market for this?
how much you looking for it? About $1,000. I'll give you $70. it's always like super low ball, and they always turn around and sell it for like a lot more. Some guy came in. There was one.
These are
episode-
diamonds. All these are diamonds.
Yeah, they're diamonds.
Let me have a look.
Let me take it. He takes his jeweler's loot. I'm sorry, they're not diamonds.
They're fucking not diamonds.
What? Fuck
My
you.
boyfriend said they diamonds. My man wouldn't lie to me.
No.
Yes.
Cubic zirconia?
Yes, he would.
Yeah, no.
No, I think they're just glass.
Oh,
Yeah, it was pretty brutal.
Who knows?
ouch.
It's a very good show, and it's always funny because the bouncer always gets rid of everybody in the most hilarious ways that even remotely starts to yell.
Describe the bouncer though for people that haven't seen it.
The bouncer is this like 8-foot dude, gigantic dude, and he's always like just getting people's faces like, you gotta go. You
Like
gotta
a
go.
huge man.
Huge, like a massive man.
He's like 350 pounds, probably 400 pounds.
Well, one of them said he's like 6'8", 500 pounds.
Oh my god!
Yeah. So, and the way he does it, he always puts his arms out, and he's always like, "Time to go," and he ushers them out like in a big U. And they like he's so tall that they can't swing and hit him and shit.
Thrashing around.
Oh man, it's crazy. But these pawnbrokers like get major abuse. Like
Oh,
people
yeah.
will come to the window and be like, "I want my shit." Like the stuff that they left. I want my shit.
Do you have a receipt?
Do you have a receipt? No.
Then
I
get
can't
the
help
fuck
you
out.
though. Fuck you. Get my shit. Like that. They never have a receipt. They need a receipt. to be
Remember
able
that
to-
dude that we just watched? He was banging his head on the glass,
Yeah, man.
and the guy's like, "I'm a lot bigger than you. Like, I'll take you out." And the guy's like, "Yeah, well, I don't think your brain is." Ha ha.
I just ran out.
It's a good show. Please watch it.
So I guess Emran here. For those of you who are listening, we have a chat box open here. He said, "I bought a bass from a pawn shop. Still works. It sounds like the tears of someone who had to pawn it."
Oh yeah, it's Jamie's. It's Jamie's bass.
Yeah, it's probably Jamie's bass.
Oh my god.
Is it a fucking natural? Ask him if it's a natural colored. Yeah,
was a Yamaha?
Yamaha sound gear.
Yeah. Just like there's no paint on it. It's just wood.
Oh, and it says Jamie on the back of the headstock.
That's crazy.
He definitely cried when he had to
Oh,
pawn that
that's
thing.
horrible.
So we've never pawned anything, and no one's ever been in a pawn shop. We went to Cash Converters.
Oh, I've been.
I've
Yeah,
been
oh yeah.
in,
Cash
yeah.
and Man, I bought that Haywire album off the guy from
From
Haywire.
Haywire, yeah. That's so
You
weird.
know what the worst feeling is when you go to a pawn shop and you see one or two of your own CDs in the bin.
Yeah.
Okay,
We've had that experience.
This is a true story.
Yeah, that's happening.
True story. I went to CD Warehouse just before it closed, and then the dudes from CD Warehouse made odds and sods, right? So CD Warehouse was an Ottawa outfit,
Institution of music.
music store.
Yep.
So I went in there when it was closing to see if they had any deals, and I found our CDs there for $1.
Oh,
I'd buy that for $1, but they had the
below
big
cost.
they had like a big $1 sticker. So they still had stock of our CDs from 50 years ago.
oh
God.
God.
Selling for $1, so I bought it. The guy's like, "No, man, I'll give it to you." I
The
was-
CDs being like the band, Todd and Gus and I's first band.
Yeah.
We were called Understory, and we were like 20 years old when we did this.
If
band.
anybody wants the album, I will make a point to upload it and send it to you.
Also, you still have 500 copies of it.
I do.
You still have like a bunch of CDs?
Yeah, and I have a bunch of the. I have at least 200 copies of the 3-song demo.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I could
Oh,
use one of those.
the industry demo.
Yeah, the porn star one with the glass eye and
Oh my
stuff
god!
like that.
I quit university. Didn't work out. I remember that conversation with my parents. Guys, I'm gonna be a musician. Guys, I'm gonna be a musician. And my dad was like, "Are you kidding?" I'm like, "No, I'm gonna be a musician."
But Chris, come on, Chris.
Chris, go fuck yourself.
You're in third year university. Why you want to drop out?
I was never in third. I was like in second half, 1.5 years.
Chris, you're in film studies. You fucked up from the beginning.
All you got to do is go to class with popcorn, and
Chris,
that's it. That's all you have
Chris,
to do. Just
Chris,
finish,
you've been-
maybe. Think about finishing.
So
No, Dad, I want to be in a band.
Chris, you drive a Toyota Tercel.
Is that an impression of my dad? That sounds nothing
sounds
like him.
nothing like Chris's dad.
You're just making an impression of an Italian person, you fucking dick.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm crying.
Chris.
I'm really
Why do
tired.
I want to join a band? I join an Italian wedding band. Come on, Chris. Oh, I'm going to break up
your
my
dad's
heart.
like your dad. That was like the Godfather or something.
My dad doesn't even talk like that. You fucking asshole. Is that racist? That's fucking racist.
Oh, with a name like Saraceno. Come on,
No, but that, like my father does not
Saracino.
talk like that at all.
Chris.
Chris, I want you to come to the family first when you need a loan. What do you? No, that's not my dad at all. He doesn't have an accent. Who are you mimicking? Who are you even making an impression of?
I'm sorry. It was your dad. I'm sorry.
That's like me going, "Hey Gus, this is your mom." Hey Gus, no,
That's totally my mom.
no, it's not. I don't remember your mother being like that at all. My dad does not have a super thick Italian accent like that.
Chris.
You make him sound like Gino Vanelli, like how Gino Vanelli would look.
White horses.
But the thing is, Gino Vanelli is not a Gino either. He's like quite.
Todd, can you give me some? Robbie Robertson?
Yeah, do it.
Why you always go down? It kills you every time.
Gus, why are you so easily made laugh?
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
You huff a bunch of.
I've had
computer
my
spray?
kid for the last 3 days. I haven't really been sleeping. Oh god.
Why haven't you been sleeping?
Because the child, the demon child.
So here's a segue, okay?
All right.
I feel as though I know you guys well enough to tell you this.
Oh
Right.
god.
But for the past week, I've only been having cold showers.
Why?
Oh yeah, you told
Why?
me that. That's crazy.
Because it's so hot?
Stop having warm showers.
Why?
So I read an article. I've read several articles actually, which is like it increases like alertness, your immunity.
Cold showers?
It eases depression. Yeah. And what was the other thing here? Oh yeah, stress. So
Really?
Yeah.
Eases stress, man. That shit. Just the thought of it stresses me out.
so what I do is I started off warm, started off warm.
Yeah, get in there, start it off warm, and then
And then
gradually
ease it
Oh,
into
you
the
ease
cold.
into
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, you can't just jump in there with
Man, I'm just gonna jump into it.
subarctic. No. But try it out, man. In the morning, like me in the morning. You guys make fun of me all the time for. me
I've
in the
never
morning.
woken up next to you in the
Hey,
morning.
Todd, we're here for band practice.
Fuck you.
Yeah,
I'll fucking kill you.
yeah.
Todd, we have to go. The car. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah,
Okay.
Todd,
Bye.
Todd, you've been sleeping for 5 days. I think it's time to get up.
yeah,
Fuck off.
yeah.
Fuck off.
I'm not a morning person.
Todd, this was 6 p.m.
Yeah, I'm not a waking up person. Let's put it that way.
At least he didn't steal a plane, you
He
delinquent
didn't
asshole.
steal a plane.
Yeah, yeah. So are you guys? Why don't you take this challenge with me next week? Only cold showers. See how you feel.
How about a cold bath?
Oh god.
Oh, can you imagine like being
Man, my pool is at 74 degrees right now, and
Yeah.
I
You have a
feel
pool?
like that's cold.
You have
Yeah,
a pool.
I do, yes.
Where? In ground or above ground?
Above ground.
Oh, that's so crazy. So do you go in it?
No, I just fucking look at it and vacuum it. No, man, of course I go in.
Yeah,
there.
but when was the last time you went in the pool?
Last summer,
And what did you do? Like, did you swim?
me and my girlfriend stood in the middle and stared at each other awkwardly. What the hell?
Yeah, but wait, did you have to clean the pool? Like,
Yeah, of course you got to clean
Yeah,
it.
but you can't do laps in that fucking thing. You just sit in the back and drink some brewskis.
Yeah, you just
A la Doug Ford.
yeah,
Like,
you
what do
just chill around. Yeah,
That's like a Doug Ford pool you have.
yeah. I have yes, actually.
Friends,
You
everybody
should-
wants to hang out in the back of their pools.
You should come over because Doug Ford's face is in the middle, like the bottom of the pool. So
Oh my God.
yeah, we throw rings in. You go down,
Kathleen
take them
Wynn
off Dougie's face.
is a kaiju. By the way, speaking of which, has anybody seen Pacific Rim Uprising? Todd?
Is it even out? You just showed me the preview last week.
No, that was a trailer.
No,
from
I haven't
a year
seen
ago.
it. I haven't
It's
seen
out,
it.
man.
Oh, it's out.
Well,
I heard it's terrible. I heard it's really
I heard it's
terrible.
not good either.
Yeah.
It's probably.
Has anybody seen Solo?
No, I haven't. I'm totally gonna wait for that.
I won't
one.
go. I'm boycotting.
You're
Why are
boycotting.
you boycotting it?
But you don't
Boycotting
even
it.
like those movies, guys.
Man, they've taken it too far. It's too far. It's
What do you mean it's too far? A bridge too far.
it's just so, it's so deviated from the original idea. It's over.
No, it's
and we
not.
don't
It's
need
the
all
same
these
shit.
We don't need these backstories, man. All these stories are for the millennials that didn't grow up the shit that we grew up with, man.
Cash grab.
Yeah, it totally is.
Cash grab.
Well, yeah. I don't know. It looked pretty good, but I don't really have an interest in seeing that. I figured
No.
it's weird that they closed Han Solo's arc, and then they go back to show like before. I don't know. It just seems weird, out of place.
Exactly.
Definitely.
I don't know. I'm gonna go see it.
But in theaters,
No, I'll watch it in Armenian online or something.
Armenian subtitled.
Man, you know how often I do that?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You know what's crazy is I got a piece of mail with my IP address on it from fucking lawyers at Paramount Studios Canada for doing shit like that.
What were you doing?
doing what you were doing.
I doubt it, Gus. Knowing you, you were probably stealing a plane.
No,
Yes.
but were you downloading it or were you?
I just streamed that shit.
Oh, you just stream it, yeah.
You
Yeah.
must
You were
have been
downloading
downloading.
content
I was downloading.
Yeah, you
it.
must
and then burning DVDs and going to the Philippines and trying to sell that shit.
Kind of, yeah. I was doing like Master P. I was going up and down the East Coast with a trunk load fucking full of CDs, and they busted,
What are you, nuts?
They busted me.
Are they still doing that?
Who?
Like, are they still sending
Master
out?
P.
No, are they still sending out notices to people that have been downloading?
Well, I don't
'Cause,
know. I just stopped doing it because I was like, oh shit, this is like real Big Brother shit.
Yeah.
And like,
As if you just quoted Master P.
well, Master P used to drive up and down the seaboard doing rap shows and selling CDs out of the trunk of his car. Man, the guy.
Remember when he signed Snoop Dogg? What the
Shit.
fuck? Snoop Dogg's on No Limit Records?
No limit.
No limit. No limit.
This is the aftermath, bitch. There ain't gonna be nothing after this.
Wow.
Was that No Limit?
No, actually, that was Dre.
Oh, okay.
Oh my goodness.
Gus, you are like a delinquent.
What? Man, everybody listened to Dre. How could you not?
I didn't.
Some of the best beats ever made.
No, man.
Beats by Dre.
I was strictly the Gin Blossoms.
You were
10
strictly.
You were.
Years.
You had a fucking plaid shirt wrapped around your waist, didn't you?
Hey, jealousy!
Hair jealousy.
Chris, you were so that guy, man. You had a plaid shirt wrapped around your waist
Sorry
with
about
like
that.
Doc Martens, no laces in them.
Sorry
like-
about that.
Yeah,
I was that, and
Ripped.
you were Mike Dirnt from Green Day.
I was.
I was just a
Stealing
spokes.
planes.
Mike, if you're watching,
Yeah.
love you.
Todd, who are you?
I was a spokesperson for Denver Hayes. Remember, I had. If you guys knew me back then, it was
And
24.
you had long hair. You looked like you were an extra in Dances with Wolves.
Yeah, Todd.
Yeah.
There's a great shot of you actually on my Facebook thing again. It with you in like this really tight black T-shirt. Your hair is all like Jag Tana style. You looked awesome.
Yeah,
Man.
dude, you have remarkably straight Asian hair.
I know we've broached that before.
Well, have you found one that has curly hair?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, I guess it's not really a Japanese trait, curly hair.
No.
I also have the horrible half Japanese beard going on here
Half, eh?
because it's like
So
it's got
if you,
like
if you were full Japanese, would it be fuller beard?
no, I think it goes like even more south.
Okay.
But have you noticed I've got like the Keanu Reeves patches of hair?
Yes.
Keanu Reeves patches of hair.
Yeah, he's
going on
missing
here.
like this whole section here.
Yeah, there's like it's where he smiles. You know,
I'm going back to Gus's stupid ass impression of my dad.
Chris,
Chris,
you went into film school.
I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna tell you. You
What
can ask
kind of
me one
idiot?
favor on the day of my dad's
What kind of
wedding.
idiot goes into film school and then tells me you're
I
sitting
want
here
you-
telling me
I want you to go in the drywall and lay in the bricks and the foundation. Okay? Chris, I want you
to lay
drive
tile.
a F-150 and I'm gonna put the Italian in the back of your car. That's not my dad at all. Chris, I don't know what the city on the.
Chris, I want you to go to press
okay, but
hardware.
can we all agree though that
It's not my dad.
can we all agree that your dad says Chris a lot when he's talking to you though?
Yes,
That's
he
one
does.
thing that I will say he
Because
does.
he's trying to get your attention, man. Because you're just like, Dad, yeah, whatever. I'm joining the band.
That's what I sound like now. Ma.
Sounds like a little.
How about you? How about you, you fucking delinquent? We'd go to your house to play fucking music, and you'd be like slamming doors in people's faces.
That's horrible. Don't remind me.
All right, tell the story.
Yeah, we were rehearsing in Gus's basement, and Gus's grandfather.
So no, I gotta do a little backstory here. I lived with my grandparents, and my grandparents were so kind to us, and just were like
They were the kindest.
they were like,
people.
oh, okay, you guys want to jam here? That's great. Come over. And they used to stack magazines on the vents so that they could try to drown out the sound. from
sure,
the basement.
fair enough.
And yeah, oh god, I can't talk about it.
Chris, tell the story.
Your grandfather was like, hey boys, and he opened the door, and you were like,
Hey, you want to
fuck,
keep?
just get the fuck out of here, okay? Yeah, you're like slamming the door in his face. He's
Went
like,
all
"Oh."
Mike Dern on him.
And I'm like sitting there. I'm like, oh my god! Everybody was like, whoa, Gus, it's a little of an overreaction.
Well-
And then I whipped a mic stand at you.
And then you whipped a mic stand.
Okay, but you're not telling the part of the story though.
Well, you tell it.
What? So your granddad just poked his head in. Hey, Gus, you think you could turn it down a little bit? And you were like closing the door on his face, man. Like, get out of here! Ah! You know,
Guys, I wasn't.
you
Come on.
You were.
You closed
No.
the door on Red's face.
Then you fucking stole a plane. Man, you were crazy.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Oh, wow.
I had
You once drove a car that was engulfed in flames.
Oh,
for
wow.
several kilometers.
Fuck.
I think that's a world record.
Wow.
Could it be?
I don't know, but you were crazy, man. I was afraid of you a little bit.
Well,
Like
that's
you were
good.
the kind of guy that was like, "I'm gonna go rob a bank," and then you 50% chance you would do it.
No, man,
Yes.
come on. I wasn't that crazy.
You were nuts.
No.
You worked at Rock Junction.
I was
Which
the
was like the
I was
store
the
of
bong
delinquency.
specialist.
But
Yeah.
is that store still around?
I think so.
Do you know if
It
Rock
should
Junction
be.
is still open?
Let's go there. Let's
That's
do a
like-
podcast from inside
That's the
Rock
place to
Junction.
go get a Guns N' Roses poster and
yes.
a fucking Bowie knife.
Yeah.
Man, I remember I went in there and I bought the Nirvana shirt that said like corporate rock horrors fuck off or whatever on the back of it. And my mom looked at me and she goes, "Do you still have the receipt?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Well, you better get on the fucking bus and go back and return that." And she
Did
made
you
me
return
return
it?
it. So I bought the Dookie shirt for Green Day. I brought that one home and my mom was like, "Is that dog shit on that t-shirt?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's Green Day Dookie." And she was like, "You're an idiot."
But she didn't make you return the
She
shirt.
didn't make me return that one, no.
I never shopped there. Only Mark's Workwear House.
Man,
That's
I bought
it.
all kinds of crazy stuff
That's
there.
it.
You remember they used to sell Spanish fly? Which was like,
Yes.
yeah, I remember.
You were that guy about Spanish fly at Rock Junction?
No, I never bought it. I never bought it.
Why are you bringing it up then?
Because I would just see it there all the time.
You
This
bought
naked,
it.
It had this naked chick on the front like this. And I was like 13 buying my Green Day
Oh
shirt.
my god.
Oh,
You're crazy.
My Green Day and Doc Martens.
well,
No, wait. Can I just do one more version of Gus's impression of my dad? Chris, I want you to go to drywall or the plumbing at the same time. Dry plumbing. I want you to drive them. I don't want you to quit as school. I want you to make it a spaghetti. What the fuck?
I want
Not
you to
my
make
dad at all. My
spaghetti.
dad is like a totally English guy.
Well, yeah,
Hey, Chris. Hey, Chris. Hey.
but he has a very calm. Todd, come on, back me up on this. He's a very calm.
I would say okay.
He does say Chris a lot.
He does, yes. But he's like
He's super
we would
calm.
call. He's very calm. Your dad is very calm. We would call and be like, "Hi, is Chris there? Could I speak with Chris?" Chris is you know. He didn't have an accent or anything. Chris, I think he's downstairs.
downstairs dry rolling.
Drywall. Chris, I want you to put him to drywall. What the fuck?
downstairs laying some tile.
Lay some tile.
You guys are having so much fun with this.
That's horrible.
Let's get off of this.
Okay.
What are we at? Time check.
Yeah, I think we should probably shorten this from last week. Since
Yeah,
it took
last
us,
week was like a 9-hour podcast.
No, well, I'm just saying because it took us like 10 years to get going tonight. We're at 54 minutes.
Oh,
Can
God,
I
shut it
give
down.
everybody a... You guys got to check out this guy. His name's Kyle Dunnigan. He's an LA-based comedian on Instagram.
Okay.
Everybody listening to this podcast right now, clue in, start following Kyle Dunnigan on Instagram. He does the best Bruce Jenner, Donald Trump, Kardashian impressions ever with these face filters. Like, it's fucking hysterical shit.
Okay.
Okay.
Kyle Dunnigan.
I'll check
Hey,
it out.
He performs at the Laugh Factory, I think, pretty regularly.
isn't your cousin doing stand up at Yuck Yuck? soon?
Yeah. My cousin Luigi is opening for Angelo Saruchis. I don't know what day, but it's on the Yuck Yuck calendar.
Yuck
June.
Yucks, eh?
Yeah.
name's Luigi Saracino.
Luigi, I want you to go in the drywall business, and then I want you to open up an Italian restaurant.
Luigi, why are you doing comedy?
It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous, man.
So there's that. There's one last thing that I wanted to bring up. Have you guys been hearing about all the cougar attacks in BC going on right now?
Like
Yeah, a little
women
bit.
attacking people?
No, like actual cougars.
Women over 40 attacking people?
No, actual.
Get over
cougars.
here, I'm in heat.
Actual.
Yes, I've heard a little bit about it.
Okay.
Okay.
So I guess in Port Coquitlam, there's been
Oh.
attacks, man. So I think they've already killed 2 cougars because the developments are all infringing on their land now, right?
Oh, come on.
So kids, like, they're telling kids, don't go out at recess. One was stalking a conservation officer, and they had to put 2 down because of that. Pets were attacked, like dogs were
Oh, yeah, of
attacked. and all
course,
that.
yeah. Man, they're just trying to live.
It was I guess it's at the point now and it's because they're juveniles. Like, they're juveniles. They noticed that these 2 cougars were
That
kind of
means they're breeding.
yeah.
What are juvenile cougars?
Juvenile cougars are just like teenage cougars.
Oh, so they're dicks.
Yeah, they don't
Dick cougars.
well, you know how they hunt solo, right?
Mm.
So these 2 cougars were sort of working in tandem.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Imagine they became like wolves. Imagine they evolved to hunt like wolves. Unstoppable.
You're done.
Unstoppable.
Unstoppable.
Man, you would never see them. You would never know anything's happening.
Man, by the time you see the cougar, you're already dead.
I don't think they're that bad.
So there
man.
was a story on Oprah about this dude who got bit by a cougar. Okay.
Yep.
He has puncture marks at the base of his skull, 2 of them from the bottom teeth.
Yep.
2 of them here in his forehead. And he said the only way that he got out of it is he just instinctively reached back and put his thumbs through its eyes.
For the eyes, yeah.
And it let go of him, and his whole scalp was ripped off, and he made it off this fucking mountain in Oregon.
It's over.
And
yeah.
he went on Oprah.
It's not funny at all. But so this is blind cougar like fucking thumbprints on the guy's.
I'm sure it died. but
Somebody
like he
saved
pushed
the blind
eyeballs
cougars.
into the cougar.
he said he grabbed the cougar's head like that and felt its eyes, and it was squeezing his head, and so he just shoved his thumbs through its eyes, and he survived.
Did the cougar yelp?
I don't think so.
It probably made some sort of noise, like. We were laughing about that earlier. The Jaguar.
Do you remember Jaguar with the wah-wah pedal?
Oh yeah.
So,
Fucking cougars, they're deadly, man.
man, that's crazy, crazy shit. Imagine
That's a
you're taking your
crazy
dog
story.
for a walk, and a cougar runs out of the bush and attacks your dog. What do you do?
Die.
Man, you sacrifice the dog. I don't know.
Man, remember when we took a walk one night? And we saw a wolf
Yeah, the wolves.
or a coyote, one or the other, but it was
No,
that's
it was a
that's,
coyote.
that's
You
why I brought this up, Chris,
Coyote.
is because
no, it was a werewolf.
Oh, okay. That's
Oh, okay.
that's totally realistic.
yes.
Yeah, wolf.
It was a
no way.
chupacabra.
Oh man, wow. All right,
Anyway,
Gus, stop it, man.
That's the chupacabra sound.
I know, but I hate that shit.
that's the sound of somebody losing their virginity. That's great.
Oh, Chris, you just. Oh.
Anyway, let's sign off on that note.
All right, I had another story, but we can save it for.
Wait, what story is it?
Whoa, now you gotta say it.
Well, you said you wanted this to be, we wanted us to talk about Ottawa a bit more.
Okay, well then tell your story.
you to talk a little bit about Ottawa.
Good.
I don't want you to build a drywall factory, and I want to build a spaghetti fort. No, oh my God. Okay, go.
So today I participated in Doors Open Ottawa.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I heard about
Where'd you
this.
go?
So I went to Library and Archives Canada.
Oh, interesting.
I went to the Supreme Court of
Did you
Canada.
go in the vault at library? No, the vault is in Gatineau City.
Gatineau, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you went to the Adult Fun Superstore on Saint Laurent?
No, I went to the Mill Street Brewery.
Oh, I heard that place is good.
And
Wait, the Mill Street Brewery had doors open?
yeah, because you can tour the brewery. Like you can go and see
whatever,
the vats
okay.
and do all
Yeah,
that
yeah.
stuff. Because it's like an ancient building too, right?
It
Like,
is.
You know,
So was it good?
yeah. So
Did you have some lunch there?
at the Mill Street, yeah, we did.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was good. Highly recommend. Highly recommend.
I heard it's good.
But then we went down to see the new hydro station at Chaudière
How was that?
and couldn't get in. It was too packed.
Couldn't get in?
So many people, yeah.
So how did they generate electricity there?
I didn't get to do the tour, so
It's
hydroelectric.
called gravity.
Bullshit. What do you mean it's gravity? It's water, man.
Well, it's water pressure and gravity. So they speed it up and they force it through a smaller and smaller tube, and it gets greater and greater energy, and it spins a fucking giant turbine and comes out the other side.
It makes electricity.
Yeah, it's free power, man.
Free power? How is it free power? It's making electricity that you sell.
Yeah, but basically, it's like self-perpetuating. You know, you're not having to like refine gas. Like once the thing's built, it's good for like 50,
So
60
why
years.
are we building like like hydro plants all over the place?
That's a good question.
Where's your documentaries now, motherfucker?
Well, no. Okay, so you have a lot of issues with dams, with the spread of the water. You're taking up a lot of land.
Really?
Most of it native land. Yeah.
Oh,
Well, think about it. When you put up a giant dam, like look at Lake Mead. Lake Mead wouldn't be there if they didn't put up the Hoover Dam.
Yeah, the dams. I guess. Yeah. Okay.
I saw a documentary in the Hoover Dam once, and it was like, it took like fucking 3 months to build that. It was crazy.
All I know
3
about
months.
Yeah.
That's it.
No.
all I know about the Hoover Dam
That's ridiculous,
is
man.
that Megatron was there. That's all I
Oh,
know
yeah,
about.
Megatron and
Yeah.
Starscreamer on
Yeah,
the
that's
fucking
all I
Hoover
know.
Dam.
So
I would go, though. I would go.
So I would highly recommend next year. I guess in June they're going to do it again. What Doors Open Ottawa is there a lot of the places that you can't necessarily go open their doors. You can check it out. So like the Cancer Research Institute at the Ottawa Hospital was open.
Yeah, that's
Their training facilities, a lot of the churches, library and archives, power plants. fire stations. It's good to bring your kids there.
Supreme Court, didn't you say Supreme
Court? I was
Yeah,
in there. I
that's
saw
crazy.
the Supreme
The
Court building,
halls of justice.
the Federal Court of
The
Appeals.
Did you
Yes.
feel extremely persecuted when you walked in there?
Why?
I don't know.
No.
Just a general feeling.
No,
Okay, that's great.
but we had to do like all
Openness.
security.
Of course.
Go through all that.
So yeah, check this out. You know that even though it's doors open, there's some places you still have to pre-register.
Yeah. Also, when we went to library and archives, you should know that some people require photo identification.
Some people, not all people.
Some of the
Just
tours
some,
require
just
it.
some.
And I think it's because at library and archives, like we got to see behind the scenes. We got to go in. I didn't know they had 2 copies of every book published in Canada since 1967 in there.
God love 'em.
We
That's
saw,
crazy.
We saw the room, and it looked like the ending of fucking Raiders of the Lost Ark. Man, like
You know that? You remember that job I had? I used to have to go into the vault,
Yeah.
pull like negatives and original materials out of the one in Gatineau.
Yeah,
Holy jeez,
like the size of these
Unbelievable,
repositories.
Crazy times.
unbelievable.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Well, that was the most boring conversation we ever had. Thanks.
I will destroy you.
Adieu. Till next week.
Till next week, and hopefully less.
see you next week.
Yeah.
Build a spaghetti castle.
Hello to the operational coordinators in the chat. Please.
Next week we'll talk about who won the election.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dougie Ford. Dougie Ford.
Dino Bravo.
Dougie Ford.
Is it going to be Dougie? Is it going to be
Friends, Kathleen
Horvat?
Wynn is
Or is it going to be
a
Win?
kaiju. She's a kaiju.
Win is going to turn into a kaiju.
All right, guys. Bye.